for making me feel so much better. Yes. I will throw this water bottle at you.
I'm good.
Hello and welcome to the Vandal Esports Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. Here we have our semifinals. Yeah? Yes.
Yeah.
Against
Yeah.
Neumont. So this is the second round. We've been doing pretty... We had a bye week last week. Did we play the week before? Or was that just League? I believe it was just League.
I think we played last week. I'm not exactly sure. I thought last week was a. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
last week was a bye. Okay. But anyway, we're going up against Neumont. Neumont last week played against SAIT, and they won 2-0. First game being 9-0, second being 6-0, so they've been doing pretty well. But, you know what?
I'm assuming that was SAIT's other team.
Probably. I think they only have one team going up right now.
SAIT?
Yeah, don't they? It's just one team at the
They
moment.
have two teams, but I would be surprised if both teams made it in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So they beat out SAIT,
So-
so SAIT's eliminated.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We beat Neumont, though. So.
We beat Neumont in regular season. This is play.
I know, but I'm just. So if they.
The only
If
people
they won against the SAIT that we lost
we
to.
didn't lose against SAIT.
Yes, we did.
I mean, okay, technically.
Their other team, yeah, which I'm assuming was the one that made it into the playoffs.
I'm gonna have to double check on that.
Yeah.
We'll do that during a break.
Yeah, some uncertainty about our standings here, but
But-
that's okay.
The last time we went up against Neumont, we won 2-0, 6-0, and 3-0 for each game, which put us in regular season as number 2 with 5-1 because
Yeah, we lost to
we lost.
the second SAIT team. They have two teams.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah, they have an A and
Okay.
a B team, and we lost against their other team,
Yeah.
who that was rough. It
Yeah.
was rough. We were fighting.
I mean, I think we went into the third game.
We did.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And it was
Intense.
intense, very intense indeed.
So, the players we have up. Okay, I will preface this. The last time we went up against Neumont, Shiny Shoes didn't play once.
Yeah, because he was doing other.
No.
Oh wait, no, that was the Hunter game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because the Hunter game was like the first game of the season, and yeah.
So Shiny Shoes didn't get
He
the
didn't even
chance
get a
to play
chance.
either game.
Damn.
So we have Hunter, Shiny Shoes, Asda, and Candy on our team, as you all probably know. And on our opponent's side, we have Jazzed, Eukaryotic, Shakur. Tell me if I'm.
Shakur? I'm thinking of it like Tupac Shakur.
I think so.
Yeah.
Shakur. And Z. So
That's
that's
it?
who yeah,
Is this Z?
it's Z.
Yeah? Okay.
That's his user anyway.
Oh.
So first up, we have Hunter playing as his main, Falco on. Okay, I was just about to name that stage, but it looks like we're changing it. Let's go Hollow Bastion. I know it's probably not going to be Hollow Bastion. We have PS2.
PS2. They're hovering around it like they're not going to pick it.
All right. Okay. I mean, other than that, it's going to be fairly straightforward. Have any predictions for what's about to come? Anything you remember from the last time we went up against Neumont?
Hunter was the first to play,
Like we're doing now?
like we're doing right now. And I'm
I don't think
sure that you guys remember how that match went. Maybe I'm not sure, but I remember how that match went when we let Hunter play first.
I think he took out 3 players, and then on the last 2, he had only 1 stock left. I think.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
believe
game?
so.
Almost went for a Hunter sweep, but
Yeah, we almost saw it, but maybe, maybe we might see a repeat of it
That would be interesting.
I don't know. I'm very curious to see what is going to happen during this matchup. Right now we have Bowser Jr. and Falco coming up to the stage here. Very excited, as always, to see Hunter on the stage. One of our more aggressive players playing an aggressive character, as you know, as fits the match style. Right now we're kind of just going for that pre-match button check. Nothing has been confirmed yet. We are still waiting. It seems like Eukaryotic has almost finished their button check. Hunter has emoted, and Bowser Jr. has emoted, so the fight will be commencing now. They're just...
Are we sure?
Or maybe not. I mean, they both emoted. I thought that was the confirm.
Isn't it
no?
Emote twice? Oh.
Well, I don't know, but now things are happening, so...
This feels like the Smash brackets where we weren't sure because they were attacking each other. And
they were like, nope, it's still button check, guys. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like,
but Bowser Jr. is kind of going in on Hunter right here. Getting some good damage out, but Hunter using that deflect to get a bomb away from him, essentially. Now, see, this is the kind of thing that I'm already kind of worried about. Hunter is super susceptible to projectiles when he doesn't recognize the patterns, when he isn't sure how the player is going to utilize them. We saw this against SAIT's Wii Fit trainer, and it is tough, to say the least, to watch him go. But once he's in it, he is in it. And as you can see, Hunter is just absolutely going with those up airs there, getting some decent damage out on Bowser Jr., recovering onto the stage, trying to keep them off the ledge, but Bowser Jr. being able to get back on. Kind of easy peasy, if you ask me. The damage is still pretty balanced across the board right now. Not much is still going on. You're seeing some projectile action, kind of just jumping around. Oh, Hunter going for that grab, and B, I think, is the gun ability. And getting some more damage out on Bowser Jr. Not enough. There's still about a 7% gap. That has quickly changed immediately after I called it out. And now Bowser Jr. is playing at the edge, fighting for that mid-stage control, which he's going to gain here, and leaving Hunter and Bowser Jr. to kind of go at things once again. Bowser Jr. being able to get a good down tilt and take out Falcon. Or Falco. Yeah.
So stock count is currently 3-2 in favor of Neumont. We are back in center stage.
Total stock count,
Oh, you meant total stock count?
Yeah.
It's 12-11.
There we go, and now it's even once again as Hunter is able to find that return on the stock. Now, once again, we're kind of just seeing our players go at it. Hunter has taken a little bit of damage into this fight. Definitely seeing some good gameplay from Bowser Jr. here. Now, I mean, obviously, as we remember, or, I mean, as I kind of vaguely remember anyway, Hunter did go through most of this team, but it still wasn't easy. All of Neumont's contenders were pretty good. So, it's no surprise that Bowser Jr. is able to come here and kind of just have some fun with Hunter here, having that 10% damage diff. Probably looking for more, although Hunter is using his shield rather effectively. And still...
So is Eukaryotic.
Yeah, both players are very good on both the offense and the defense. Hunter is just failing to find some opportunities to get in, and so is Eukaryotic. They're kind of just dancing around trying to figure out how they can get on each other. And meanwhile, Falco is going to go for that grab. B, hit him in the air and get an extra combo, getting some more damage up on Bowser Jr. And now just looking for the final opportunity to send them into the blast zone. But we're not sure what's going to happen yet. You know, we saw... Oh, nope, no, never mind. Now we know.
From mid-stage, too.
Yeah,
that was very nice.
Yes, what a beautiful stock. But here we have still Hunter playing at 94, so definitely some dangerous territory. If they don't want to lose another stock, keep the point in Vandal's favor, they're going to have to do quite a bit of damage in this kind of pre-round of the stock for Eukaryotic here. See if they can get them high enough to... Oh! Okay. Yeah, no, they're already at 90. So that's exactly
themselves until now.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. He needed to get good damage out. Needs to be able to send them off the stage into the blast zone, try and finish off that fight
Beautiful
right there.
Off-stage
An off-stage fight, but Bowser Jr. is not going to be able to recover. And that will be the first fight for
Yes.
the Vandals, leaving the score 11-9.
Yeah, that's the first 3 stocks. I mean, we only lost 1, which gives us a significant advantage into the next fight. I don't know who's going to come up next. It's been so long since we went up against Neumont that I'm not really remembering who they mained. But you know what? I have confidence in Hunter and his main that we can get through at least 1 more player.
Yeah.
Because as we've seen, they have grown in their skills.
Absolutely.
I mean, they were able to beat SAIT. So either SAIT was
has their other team in, or
Neumont has grown, and in my opinion, I think it's growth because this is much better gameplay than we've seen last time.
Absolutely.
Going into Yoshi's Island, it looks like, is this their pick or ours? Oh, nope.
Nope.
Going into Battlefield. That's a more traditional pick.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Nace has a list of maps that are legal for the season, I'm pretty sure. Or just usually, I don't know.
But, you know what? If we... Gosh, I really want to see Shiny Shoes against this team.
I do too.
That would
Let's
be
just
so
hope that
interesting.
Hunter does not sweep everybody again and doesn't give anybody else a chance to play.
That'd be amusing, but it also wouldn't make for a very interesting matchup.
Well,
I mean
we get to see
awesome.
Hunter dominate everybody, which is always cool.
That is cool, but I feel like...
But we want to give you guys some... We need to give our other players an opportunity to shine as well. Hunter soloing everybody is definitely content. Don't get me wrong. But like, we have other players.
That are
I want
really
to use
good.
them.
Oh, yay! Hollow Bastion.
It seems like we're going for a Hollow Bastion pick here.
No, it came out of me.
No. Or the squeal? No, that was Amelia.
Obviously. Oh, I remember him.
The Terry player?
Yeah.
Or the Ken
Falco's...
player. I'm so proper and right with my...
Definitely.
Yeah.
Falco gets something. Usually. Let's see if this is a different play style. Taking off that first stock before the beginning.
Unsure. Oh yeah, we see the emotes across the board, meaning that the fight has started, and Hunter immediately going in, trying to fight for some damage. Ken is using their shield pretty well against that defense and able to get some playing off stage, just leaving both very vulnerable. But now we're back on stage on the right side. Kind of just still fighting around for some damage. It's still pretty even across the board right now. Not much is going on. But you still see Ken trying to find an opportunity in, and Hunter is just not allowing it, going for the grab, going for the B, getting them up in the air once again. It's a combo that we see from a lot of Falco players, including Ken. Or not Ken, Hunter, but like, I'm sorry, I got very distracted by that.
I mean, I think
whatever
Hunter
that was.
needs to remember is Ken is a primarily close combat.
That is true.
So, like, he does have long distance moves, but it's not nearly as common as moves
oh
like
my god,
that.
and a heavy hitter he is. So that is another stock off of Hunter, and even though Ken is at 107, it may take a little bit more damage to really get him vulnerable enough to get off the stage. And meanwhile, Falco is playing way too close to... Oh my god. Okay. All right. Yep. Nope. Never mind. I'm not sure if that was a back air or a down tilt, but they were still able to get a stock off of Ken. Now, keep in mind that right now the stock balance is pretty uneven. You know, Ken finding that really nice crit, almost knocking Hunter out on his last stock. He was able to use that projectile to get that little fire beam away from him while he was off the stage.
So on both sides.
Yes, absolutely. And Hunter is just going, you know, getting some decent damage in, trying to really fight for this stock here. Now, keep in mind that he's at 111 damage. He's still playing pretty dangerous. Meanwhile, Ken is at 36. So definitely like a very huge advantage in Ken's favor, especially with the stock difference as well. I'm just hoping that Falco is able to take off another stock on Ken before this fight comes to a close soon here. You know, at the moment, they're kind of just bouncing around, still trying to figure out some things to do. Finding that back tilt or back air.
It
wasn't an air.
Be really happy about is
that was a very good bait. I'm sorry, Amelia.
Oh,
that was
I mean, great
really
to point
good.
that out, but one thing I really enjoy is that our team and most collegiate teams really understand their character and how their recovery, like their range can go.
Yeah.
Which makes like some fairly dangerous plays like easy as pie for them. Which, no, I'm not going to get into that.
What do you mean?
No, I mean, pie isn't easy though. So I don't know why the saying's like that.
Unless if you're making the crust from scratch.
Oh, this is
seems like
dangerous
Ken is
territory.
trying to crust this ledge here. Like just not letting Falco on at all, doing some great ledge guarding, getting some good damage on that shield, and finding a beautiful up air to finish off the fight. The score is still in the Vandals' favor. The fight is 9-7. But we saw some excellent combat from both Neumont and the Vandals here.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. Serious improvement on both sides. Falco really just put a huge dent into the other team, which gives us an advantage throughout the next match. And I wonder who they're going to put up next.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt they're going to put Shiny Shoes up next. It's probably either going to be, I think it's going to be Candy. That's what I'm thinking they're going to put up. We're going to see Byleth plays.
I'm excited for the Byleth plays. Candy is a very intimidating player. An excellent Byleth has proven their skill time and time again on our roster, on our matches. And I would be very excited to see them play. So I don't really know how things are going to turn out. I'm just waiting to see who they're going to put on and what the next map pick is going to be.
I mean, it could be Asda's Meta Knight, but I don't know.
That's Candy. No, you got it the first time. Yeah, there you go.
I've watched them play so many times.
It's like, I got the pattern. Don't worry.
They change it up for different teams, but it's like at some point you just recognize what they want, their strategy. Because we found that Hunter, with his varied range and capabilities in util, went up against Ken, made significant damage, but ultimately fell. Then we need someone who can be fast, who can deal a lot of damage really quickly.
That is definitely Byleth.
Exactly.
And that is definitely Candy's Byleth.
I've gotten better at this analysis thing.
Yeah. Yes, you have. Look at how much we've grown in a season.
Wow. And speaking of growth, Candy has grown. Like,
Absolutely.
more so than anybody else on this team, I've noticed. Like, in the beginning, I'm not trying to be rude here. I didn't notice Candy as much.
That's fair.
As a player, I didn't. But, like, after the second game I saw him play, I started noticing better movements, more, I guess, connection to the character, realizing what they can do and their limits, and it's just, they gotten so much better. Yeah. What are we going to do next? We have...
I wonder.
Are they discussing it?
PS2, will it?
Oh,
no, it's Kalos.
Pokemon.
Okay. I'm very fine with this. This is one of my preferred maps anyway.
Yeah. This one, Final Destination, and Hollow Bastion. Those are my three favorites.
It's fair. Very solid picks. Now we're seeing Byleth and Ken come up to the stage here. We're seeing a 3-1 difference in the Vandals' favor. Keep in mind that the stock count is still 9-7. So Byleth is definitely coming into this fight with a huge advantage. Not only that, but also his speed to punch ratio, as I would say, is pretty broken when you know how to use them. When you have someone like Candy on the character who's able to do as much damage as quickly and effectively as he is. So I'm very, very excited for this fight. Already seeing some engagement from Ken here, taking some damage from Candy, but Candy also taking some damage from Ken. So, you know, it's still relatively even grounds, though Ken is finding some good hits on Candy here.
Ken is playing very carefully because he's on his last stock.
He knows that he has to play extra on the defense. And Candy finds a good moment to just juggle for a little bit, getting some good damage out with that side combo there. And now everyone's still kind of just moving along, finding a nice little down tilt back onto Ken there, but Ken quickly countering with that grab hit. Honestly, it still can be anybody's game. I think it'd be cool to see Ken take a stock out on Candy, but it seems like that won't happen.
That was actually rather quick. Even I didn't think that would happen.
I was like, damn. It's like we didn't even sit for a whole minute yet, and that's just over. Like, okay. I
think it was 45 seconds?
Maybe.
Something like that. But it is now 9-6, and we are heading into the next match. I do not remember who they have as their mains from our last match. I might remember the next person when they come up, but I don't know. Byleth, I have confidence in Byleth and their gameplay. In the beginning, we saw some real strategy from them. They were feeling each other out, not really trying to push too far in combat. Definitely trying to poke each other to the edges, maybe bait each other, but for the most part, we saw dancing and a few attacks before they really decided, okay, Byleth knew that he had to be aggressive because there was only one stock left, and while Ken knew that he had to stay on defensive. Didn't really work out for him, though.
Yeah. But now we sit in the stage select screen once again, waiting for, I guess, whatever stage that we will be playing next, as well as to see who Neumont is putting up on their roster decks.
Which
any guesses?
Of which map or which character?
Map.
Okay, map. I really want to say Hollow Bastion, but I doubt it's going to be Hollow Bastion. I'm going to say PS2. I'm going to take the easy road.
I'm going to say Battlefield.
Yeah?
I'm going to take the other easy road.
Those are the stereotypical picks for throughout the league.
I think
it's just because they're so easy.
That's fair.
And they're, like, straightforward. They don't move too much. I mean, it'd be interesting if we got, like, the town.
I think there are certain reasons why they pick certain or stages and not others, and I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Like, if we had Meta Knight up instead of Byleth, I would totally see us picking the town base, because the secondary platforms, they move in and out, and Meta Knight has a lot of mobility, which makes that advantageous for them, especially against, say, if Ken was still playing. Ken doesn't have nearly the same mobility as Meta Knight, and Meta Knight could trap him like that. But with Byleth, doesn't have as much mobility as Meta Knight. It's not surprising that we picked, say, Kalos. Oh, Hollow Bastion!
Oh. That's actually... They all want Hollow Bastion.
That's true. I only want Hollow Bastion, personally. But, I mean, what are you expecting for this coming? We don't know who we're up against, but...
Some good smashing.
You know what? How about this time you pick a character, see if you're right.
If I pick a character?
Yeah, you pick a character.
That's not fair. I have... Okay, I'm Ness.
Ness? Okay.
Or Lucas. It's like a double pick.
I'm trying to remember, but I have horrible memory, so...
I feel like one of the teams that we played in the league had a Lucas pick, I think.
That's true. They did, but I don't think it was Neumont.
I don't know if it was Neumont.
Oh, they're selecting. We're getting close to the next match. Remember we are 9-6.
Where Neumont is? I'm going to take your rapid blinking as a no.
I can look it up, though.
I know it's somewhere close. It's either in Canada or California.
Why do I feel like it's in Dakota?
Why would it be all the way over there?
Who knows?
We're in the Western Conference.
Oh, it's in Utah.
Oh, yeah, Utah's a Western state.
Wrong.
We were both very wrong.
Oh,
and we're seeing
King
a DD pick. A very exciting matchup here. I'm sure that Candy has played against Vulcan a couple times, who plays heavier characters like DDD, like King K. Rool.
To be honest.
And the issue with this fight, the issue that I immediately see with this matchup is that not only is Byleth a much faster character than DDD, but the moment that DDD is up in the air, it's kind of very hard for him to get off.
Oh,
like,
deflect there.
Or not off the stage, but like get back down to the stage and actually make a difference. Using a lot of those mines there, as we're seeing, using their hammer swings, trying to use their suction, but just not really finding too much. Going really, really wide with those edge recoveries there.
Is practically playing with him.
Yeah, it's yeah, there it is. Yeah, finding some good damage there. Finding another, believe an up tilt. Oh god. Yeah. Oh god.
Let's see if we recover. We do. Baited DDD off the edge.
Oh.
No.
See, this is exactly what I was talking about. It's just like the matchup is not in DDD's favor at all.
Yeah, because honestly, a better DDD player is Vulcan. Vulcan's a very good DDD player. And Byleth playing against him, he has a lot of practice. And I know that in some of the brackets we've been doing lately, Byleth has been going up against more DDDs, so he has lots of practice.
If you missed it, which I almost did, Byleth took a stock out on DDD. First one up at like 170 something, but the stock trade was answered a little bit in. DDD did take some damage, so they're trying to fight off that 46% that they did collect, and growing now as Byleth finds some additional shots and looking for more opportunities to engage. Saw that suction right there and a charge attack from DDD, putting some damage on Byleth. Chaining right. Oh, two times. That is unlucky.
Unable to recover. We are now at 7-5.
A very good play from DDD. Maybe showing some signs for redemption in this fight, but nothing is yet set in stone. Byleth is still getting some good damage out on DDD there. Going for that down special. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. And finding some more shots midair. Getting DDD up to 114 and just trying to look for some opportunities to either charge them off or kind of just
prevented a recovery, making this 7-4.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna finish this with only 2 players?
Yeah, I think so. Seems like that's going to be the situation here.
Well, I mean,
and as we're seeing, Byleth is still getting some really good damage out on DDD. Up to 94 now. Looking for that recovery dodge. Once again, not finding it. Almost failing the recovery themselves, but getting back up onto the stage pretty well. Getting some extra damage out on DDD. Getting them up to 110. The damage grab is huge. It could be over in any minute here, but nothing.
And there it is.
And with the back.
That was beautiful play by Byleth.
Magnificent.
It is now 7-3 in favor of the Vandals for the first game. Wow.
That is awesome.
Though we do have to watch out for the fact that Byleth will be going into the last fight with only 1 stock.
That is true. Yeah. But I mean, like, again, I kind of predicted the results off the bat.
Theoretically, Neumont could have put their best player last.
Well, I don't know, because if you remember the who was their first player again?
Their first player was
That was
This is what I told you about my memory.
Yeah, I don't have the memory of a fucking
Okay,
goldfish.
so
Aiden,
it wasn't. There was Ken.
do you remember who the first fighter was?
It was Ken and.
Fuck. That's 2 times. Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. Colon 3.
Okay. There was Ken and DDD.
Ken was the first fighter.
No.
Yeah, Ken was the first fighter.
No.
Yeah, because Hunter played against Ken.
Yeah, as the second fighter.
No.
There was a.
Yeah, Ken was first.
So
yeah.
this entire time.
I remember because I remember because Ken did Hunter out.
Then who was the second one? Because Byleth went against Ken. Ken was the second one. We're still forgetting the first one. I feel so bad for Neumont right now. We're not intentionally forgetting you guys, okay? It was really fast. That's not what I meant either.
You are just out. You are so mean.
I usually am to our own players, not usually the opposite team.
Oh, yeah,
Bowser
Jr. Yeah.
That's why I didn't remember.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, Final Destination. Okay. Aiden, Bongus is making fun of me. All right, we're heading into the next match, 7-3 against. Oh no.
Piranha Plants.
Yay!
I don't remember this Piranha Plant, but I know that we've encountered other Piranha Plant players in the league before.
This was the first Piranha Plant I ever saw.
Really?
Yeah, at least competitively. So
they can be dangerous if used correctly.
They use them correctly.
And I know that both characters are pretty much equal weight and equal power. So I guess it's a relatively balanced fight.
Other than the fact that Piranha Plant has significantly more util.
Yeah, that is true. Interesting to see how this goes. Damage is pretty even across the board, although remember, Byleth is playing with one stock, looking for an opportunity to get Piranha off the ledge here and keep them off, doing some good lead guarding as a proper player does, getting them up to 89%. Meanwhile, playing at a comfy 46, and with a very, very nice side special, taking one of Piranha Plant's stocks off, making the score 7-2. Now, Byleth is just throwing everything at Piranha, even fighting them off stage, looking for an opportunity to just get another quick stock off of them. Now, Byleth is playing at 70%, so taking some pretty good damage from Piranha, having to play just a tiny bit more defensively to keep that stock on. Meanwhile, honestly, Piranha is playing now at 50% on their second stock. And just finding an unlucky position with that, side special there? I don't know.
Instead of defensively, I think that Byleth is taken to an aggressive stance because he's not letting up. He's shutting down all of Piranha's advances.
Yeah.
He's not being defensive. He's being offensive. He's being aggressive, and it's working for him.
And now they're kind of at a point where Piranha is losing a lot of shield. They aren't going to be able to play as defensive against Byleth, which might not play very well in their favor. Now, Byleth, after almost falling off, was able to recover. And now both players are playing in very high damage percentages here, with Piranha playing at 111 on their second stock, and Byleth playing on their last at 133, almost getting hit by that ball.
And down
but canceling Piranha Plant's recovery and taking another stock off of them. Could we see the candy sweep for the latter half of Neumont? They are playing at 133. It's very close, but they're finding some very good damage. Getting that stun, getting some good damage off on that charge. Will they be able to defend? They're playing offensive. Haven't taken a single. Oh, no, never mind. But
no, we need a recovery. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we found the recovery. Even though we're still playing at the side, Piranha isn't able to get damage on. They are scared. They aren't finding all the hits and damage that they really need to be able to succeed in this fight, and that is in Candy's favor here, continuing to do more and more damage on Piranha, getting them up to 65%, meanwhile playing at 165 on their last stock. But wait, Piranha's on their last stock, too.
They're both on their last stock. It is 7-1 right now.
That
this is
true.
Neumont's last stock. And this might be a Hunter Candy sweep.
Yeah, I would. Very unlucky, but a very good move from the Piranha Plant there.
I mean, it would have been amazing, but Candy was at like 170%. It was Crimson and like a breath away from being taken out. But you know what? That was an amazing showing by Candy.
Could have sneezed on Candy, gotten him off the stage.
Pretty much. But Candy did amazing out there. And Piranha Plant, he drove Piranha Plant down to his last stock so that probably Meta Knight can come in and take out that last stock.
Yeah. Probably.
Probably Meta Knight. Unless...
well, it's Meta or Candy. Or not shiny.
Shoes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't think we're going to put shiny shoes up.
No, it's Asda. Hi, Jack.
What? How do I do this? I don't know if Shiny Shoes is going to be able to play again tonight.
I don't know. Maybe they'll be put on. Maybe they'll be put on first for the next game.
That would be fun. That would be fun. They'd get to experience Shiny for the first time.
Yeah.
With Rosalina just dancing around the entire map.
Yeah, just literally just circling around.
Reminder, this is going into this, the next match with the stock count being 6-1. I don't know if we're going to change maps. It looks like we're still hovering over Final Destination, but maybe they're discussing things. With it being Meta Knight, it'd be fun to go back to the town stage. I'm not remembering its proper name. I apologize for that. But
Town and City.
Town and City. I was close. Town and City would be a very good map for Meta Knight, but that's if we are picking the map because I don't know who picked first.
Shrug. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh. I've never seen that one.
WarioWare.
That would have been interesting, but
Is WarioWare legal? Is that a legal
know.
stage?
Okay. Oh, no. We're still dashing around Newport City.
No, very much not. That.
No.
This cannot be legal. Yeah, I did not think so.
Okay.
These giant maps, I don't think are legal.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to just stay in.
Is it? They're toying with me now. I'm not sure.
I can look it up, but I mean, I think we're just gonna.
I've noticed that most
City.
of the legal stages, yeah, it looks like there's going to be a Final Destination pick. Most of the legal stages are like those smaller battlefield stages.
Yeah, they're not necessarily small, but they're staying in one
Medium-sized.
area.
Yeah.
So here we have Meta Knight on Final Destination against Piranha Plant's last stock. I feel like this is a very predictable ending.
Guys, I wonder how this fight's gonna go.
Oh, wow.
I wonder how this is gonna turn out. Unless Piranha just pulls something out of his
Piranha
arse
Plant does have a lot of util, and Meta Knight does have a lot as well, but not nearly as much as Piranha. But Meta Knight is
Who
more
needs
mobile.
util when you just have Asda playing literally any character?
That's true. Asda is very adaptable in any character, and with Meta Knight as his main, just tells you how good he is as Meta Knight.
Absolutely. Now the two are kind of just going at each other, not doing much. Piranha is finding some good damage here. Quickly getting Asda up to 54%. This is kind of what I was somewhat joking about at the beginning of the game. Maybe Piranha just pulls something out of his behind and clutches up the rest of the 6 stocks that he has to take out on us.
But Meta Knight decided to stop playing around.
Yeah, no, finally finding some damage on Piranha, getting them up to 63, and taking a little bit more from Piranha. It's still pretty much at a stalemate right now, despite the stock difference. Although, okay, never mind.
Not even a chance.
Oh, never mind.
Piranha
Okay, that's game 1, guys. Oops.
We are now 1-0 for the match. Remember, this is out of 3, I believe. Yes? Is it 3 or 5? Is it 3 or 5?
It's best of 3, I think.
Okay, yeah, because typically, for regular season at least, it was best out of 3, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Might have changed because it's tournament. Remember, this is also a single elimination tournament. But, you know, we're doing good right now, so
Hopefully.
confidence.
See, we have had a bit of a streak with a lot of our teams falling out of their playoffs in the semifinals. We had Valorant with...
Valorant won, though.
I wasn't supposed to say that because technically we haven't streamed it yet.
Yeah, you guys aren't supposed to know that.
But you know
Erase
what?
that
You know
from your
what?
memory.
UAF streamed it. So, eh.
You might want to go see it over there.
If you want to
But-
go watch the game early, you can go and watch it
But
on
you would-
UAF's perspective, but you won't be able to see me pop off.
And you won't see, like, our beautiful
You
faces.
want the
in-
mic? Oh,
Oh.
no.
What
we're
does
giving-
production want?
We're giving production a mic for a second.
Hey guys, production team here. So we beat UAF last night, and next week we play George Fox University in the playoffs
So, yeah,
For the
be excited
final.
for that.
for the final
Thanks
against
for the
GFU.
spoilers. Thanks. Oh.
They're not? Oh, we're not.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, sorry.
I don't.
So,
What happened?
before you got here, production, Wayne and I were watching the replay of the video, and unfortunately, it was really laggy. It was practically fragmented. It was
This is
honestly
why you
atrocious.
don't record with vMix? vMix is a streaming software, not a recording software.
Yeah.
Ew.
Thank you very much, GFU. Thank you very, very much.
No shade.
Absolutely not.
No shade. Allegedly no shade.
I will not be saying any more on the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus on what's coming up next. We have the second game of this matchup
Between Neumont and the University of Idaho. I don't know if we're taking a break. Nope, it doesn't seem like it. We're just swapping straight in to game 2, looking around.
I don't know, but maybe we're starting off with Meta Knight once again. I don't.
Now, what's in this area that they're hovering around? That's a legal map. It's a pop quiz.
I don't know.
Wait, is PS1 legal?
Yes.
I know PS2 is legal, but is PS1 legal?
I think it is.
I would
I'd
imagine. Maybe.
Right?
Shrug. I don't know the rules. I don't play on the teams.
Right? I just help cast what we see.
Yeah. I'm here to watch and talk and nothing more.
I'd like to see another Hollow Bastion, but I always want to see another Hollow Bastion. I would like.
I'm
you
going
know what?
to.
I'm gonna
Oh,
bring
you know
up
what?
chat.
Yeah, I have internet right now because I'm using the Wi-Fi, so
Do
I
you
can.
usually not?
No, the Wi-Fi did not like to work for me for some reason.
That's
so
unfortunate.
yeah.
It loves me. I get it practically everywhere.
yeah, it barely works in my dorm, but that's also because I'm trying to use an ad blocking VPN. Shout out Blockada.
Okay, here we go.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Let's see what everybody's got going on. Oh,
Razor! Razor! Oh, is that what you're trying to? Are you trying to delete the message? Yeah, how would do that?
delete message. Delete.
Yeah, Amelia did it.
Sorry, we can't. We have to be polite, or PC.
Super Smash Bros. Yes, yes, Hunter. There's a bit of a 5-second desync between commentary and gameplay.
Yeah, looks like
You're not
it.
even running with a delay, are you?
Okay, we have Ken against Mr. Game & Watch. Wait.
Who is our Game & Watch? We don't have a Game & Watch player.
Is Shiny playing Mr. Game & Watch?
Who? Junior? Yes. What?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so a few days ago, I remember watching Shiny practicing with this character, and it was insane. I expect we can see quite an interesting gameplay right now. Oh, nice throw by Ken.
Yes. Ken is up first and doing some very good ledge guarding, as we can see, getting Game & Watch up to 79%. Meanwhile, staying at 10% himself, still playing pretty comfy. Now, keep in mind, this is game 2. Kind of the mental working like the end of a half in a Valorant game. You know, it's time for the mana reset. This is where everybody kind of gets a break, gets to start things from scratch, and it really starts setting the pace for the matchup for this game here tonight. And at the moment, it does seem to be in Ken's favor, although Junior is finding some additional shots, some additional opportunities to make an impact on the fight here. Getting Ken up 276, 26% more than he was just about a few seconds ago. And some additional, the damage is almost equal now, and Shiny is just continuing to widen that gap. Now Ken is able to recover, missing a quick shot as Ken is able to defend, but launching them up into the air for a second. It is, wow, like things are really just going. I mean, I played against Junior playing as Game & Watch. I just never knew that that was a pick that we would see in a competitive setting, but here we are. It is it's 3-2 right now in Neumont's favor, actually, as Ken was able to do enough damage to finish off Game & Watch, although it's not looking too good for Ken here. He's playing at 132%. He is steaming. He's getting up there in Crimson. It is getting some dangerous territory. Oh, my God. Wow, he recovered from that?
That was an impressive recovery,
God.
But it was
oh
not
my
enough.
God. Oh my God. Finding those two crits there, one off stage and the other just as he was trying to recover. That is beautiful.
Honestly, Shiny Shoes just dances around his opponents.
He
floats.
He's here to have fun.
It does not matter what character he is. He just floats around the stage and then does absolute devastation.
Yeah.
It's great. Great to watch.
But, this is still going on, as you can see. Shiny, once again, is taking a lot of damage from Ken. Which just goes to show, again, like Neumont's growth, being able to come in and like do some really good damage on our players here, but it might not be enough as Shiny continues to find some additional opportunities to get more damage in. Oh, Ken finding that quick crit. That is what terrifies me about Ken, because we saw that so much when Ken played against Hunter. He found those really good crits from just like, I think it's a up smash that it is absolutely brutal when you're anything above 60. But you have Ken playing at 95 right now. Meanwhile, Shiny is playing on their last stock at 18% and counting as they run into one of his little smash energy blast things there. And Shiny is kind of just dancing around, trying to find an opportunity to get in, and doing so, getting him off the stage, and
that was unfortunate.
Trying to go for the down spike, and even though Ken is able to recover, they were not, and the fight will go to Ken here. The score is 9-11 in Neumont's favor. Production just gave me a fist.
So
9-11.
Ken was not a good matchup for Mr. Game & Watch, and it's not like we could have predicted who they were going to put up next. But
and you know what? I still just wonder, like, what the Game & Watch pick was for, because, like, again, I haven't seen Shiny play Game & Watch competitively all season.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, we've seen Rosalina. Who else have we seen?
Rosalina.
Yeah, it's just Rosalina. Rosalina. And I don't know if Rosalina could have really done much better. Like, he plays an amazing Rosalina, but in
that
just like
is true. But in the context of Ken,
yes,
yeah, that's
it would have been a tough match for Rosalina because Ken is a very in-your-face fighter, and Rosalina needs some of that space in order to do.
Well, there's our answer.
Oh yeah, some experimentation with a new main is the reason for Mr. Game & Watch. And hello. But it looks like we'll be going into the next match with Meta Knight going up against Ken on his last two stocks. Two stocks. And I don't know which stage we're going to be on, as usual. But I'm going to predict Hollow Bastion because I want to.
We haven't seen the battlefield yet, so it could be likely.
It's Battlefield.
It is?
Yeah.
I just closed my eyes for like a very long second. I didn't see the pick.
They just like went over and now they're doing this. So I think it's Battlefield. But as a prediction for this up-and-coming match, A, Ken is one stock lower. B, Meta Knight is very mobile and fast. Ken is fast, but not nearly as fast as Meta Knight, so this is going to be in favor of Asda. And I think this is going to end up as...
It was in favor of Asda. Has Asda played Ken yet?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I see this coming out in our favor.
I believe so, too. But Ken is still playing at 2 stocks. We are playing at 9 total. And Asda already going in, getting some great damage out on Ken there, getting him up to 24, not too much, getting things started on the stage there, getting him up even more. Honestly, yeah, no, this is looking really good for Asda there. He is just not letting up. He's getting great damage out on Ken, up to 69, nice. And just continuing to go. Ken is finding a few hits, but it won't be enough in the meantime. He's able to find one hit on Asda out of his shield, and in 3 hits.
I mean,
what? Just what? I'm sorry?
Okay, so I think I saw a nice charged combo with an up tilt. At least that's what I saw.
That up smash.
Yeah. What Ken did was break Meta Knight's momentum, and that is huge. Meta Knight needs his momentum, he needs his movement in order to execute his best skills. So by doing that, it really put Meta Knight in a bad position.
He was going to go for the understage thing, but he realized it was going to fail, so he was able to recover. Some solid control from Asda here, and, you know, still getting a... Oh!
This is no longer good. Meta Knight has lost 2 stocks in a row.
Oh, that was... I mean, that was really good from Ken, but, oh, that is just nasty.
That was not fun for us.
He's really proven us wrong here. Maybe this is in favor of Ken all along. As you know, the issue is that we have 2 characters that are mostly close range dependent. Yes. And it really comes down to who is the better close range fighter, who's better at getting in on the other player, getting great damage out, and able to get those stocks like we're able to see Asda do right there. It's 1 stock across the board, although Asda's still playing with 45%. They're going to be looking for a lot of damage during this stock, trying to bring the balance back into the Vandals' favor here. But, you know, we're still running in really rough territory. There's still 7 stocks left for the Vandals. Meanwhile, if they're able to take this fight, finding some good damage here, so, you know, it
combo
could happen. Oh, God. Oh, no. Ken was just waiting for that.
Yeah.
But,
and I think Meta Knight also predicted that to happen, which is why they were crouched in that shield for so long, but they couldn't hold it.
But, you know, the Vandals are at 7 stocks. Meanwhile, Neumont's at 10. Oh, and now at 9. As Asda's able to finish up this fight with a side air. That is reassuring, to say the least. Although Neumont still does have the advantage in the game so far with a 2-point lead against the Vandals. And
I believe they're going to put up King Dedede next.
Possibly, if they decide to go in the same order as they did last time.
If they were, but we've also already seen... Oh, wait, no, have we? Have we seen Meta Knight against Dedede? No, we have not.
We haven't.
We have not seen Meta Knight against Dedede, so we might see that matchup next. Meta Knight is on his last stock, so there's danger there. He's going up against Dedede, maybe Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant would actually be probably a smart pick because Piranha Plant put up quite the fight against Meta Knight originally. But I don't see that happening. I see them waiting to put Piranha Plant last again.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Maybe Bowser Jr. is coming up.
I mean, Bowser Jr. could be, but he is a lot less mobile than Meta Knight.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, but like
pick a new character. Question mark.
That's true. I mean, if you have a secondary, then I guess you could. But Bowser Jr. would be a significant disadvantage to Meta Knight and not a smart pick.
Yeah.
So I hope Neumont, for their sake, does not pick Bowser Jr. Please. That would not be good.
Yeah.
And we have some support for Asda. So thank you guys. Chat's being really supportive all around, and we really appreciate you. Looks
Except
like
for that one comment, but we're not going to talk about it.
That was also supportive, but
one-sided support.
One-sided support. Our score is currently 7-9. And we are starting the next matchup. Snake Eater, that's a nice song. I like that. Sorry, I can barely hear the music.
Yeah, our TV's kind of quiet, and we're going back to small battlefield.
So Meta Knight with 1 stock going up against. I'm gonna protect
Bowser Jr. Technically Iggy, the Iggy skin, but it's Bowser Jr.
This is not.
It's not in their favor, but that's fine because this could be a chance for redemption for the Vandals as we're coming up into this next fight. Now, remember, the issue is that Asda is playing with 1 stock here. So unless if Bowser Jr. is able to do fast enough damage on Asda to be able to finish this fight and, you know, keep the Neumont lead, this could be a chance for the Vandals to take some of, you know, the score back.
Yeah, I think the most significant advantage that Iggy has is the util. That's going to be what determines how this fight goes, because if he uses his util effectively enough, then he can get significant damage on Meta Knight, which we've already seen as he's at 62. But if Asda recovers and retaliates fast enough, then Iggy has no chance.
Yeah. But really, they are not really letting Asda get a chance to get in on them. No, oh, nope, never mind. I caught that a little too early. You know, damage is still in Bowser Jr.'s favor, just like not like, oh, yeah. Okay. Look, the fight is still overall in Bowser Jr.'s favor at the moment, as they've gotten a lot of damage out on Asda, but a move that I wasn't even able to see was able to take Bowser Jr. out, take another stock out. Now, they were able to find that crit, but Asda is able to recover, and they're just playing in some very dangerous territory, playing up into mid-Crimson here. It's rough watching this. Oh, yeah. A very unlucky move, but taking Asda out. It is 6-8, still in Neumont's favor. The standings have not changed too much, but I'm still excited to see what the rest of this fight could bring for the Vandals and for Neumont.
Yeah, I mean, Iggy definitely used their util properly, which made this fight in their favor, but
you were
Meta
saying
Knight
it's
was
like they're not as mobile, and it's like they were really able to get around.
Yeah, they were, which is, I guess, because they're a smaller character and the setup of the character could make them rather mobile, but I was just comparing them to Meta Knight, and Meta Knight can be all over the map all the time. Let's be honest here.
That's true.
But yes, Asda did very well, and even on their last stock, they were able to make a slight advantage for our next player, who is Byleth. Candy going up against Bowser Jr.
Did Candy play Bowser? No.
No, because
Hunter beat Bowser Jr.
Hunter beat out
So
Bowser.
this is going to be Candy's first time playing against Neumont's Bowser Jr. Very excited for how this is going to turn out. I know that in some sense Candy does have the movement advantage, but like both of these characters, even having different silhouettes and stuff like that, kind of move in very similar ways. Byleth is a tiny bit faster and a tiny bit of a heavier hitter, especially with Candy. So
Byleth doesn't have a lot of counters to the util.
That's true. It's mostly just dodging, dancing around, and using shield.
Yeah, if they can keep either really close up or keep their distance. Ooh, we're going into Final Destination. But if Byleth can keep their distance and use the bow, we might see a more long-distance fight because of the bombs and the traps of Iggy. But if Byleth chooses to use the sword, their traditional method of combat, then we might see some interesting plays.
See, because that's another kind of part of the issue, is that Byleth is technically dependent on getting good hits on up close. They're more of a close range fighter, and that could be at Candy's disadvantage here, as as we're seeing right here, Bowser Jr. has a lot of opportunity to play up close and get some good damage out on their opponent. So, even though the stock balance is in Candy's favor, at least for this fight, it still is like really rough. It could be anyone's fight. But we're still unsure of how things are going to go. Candy is kind of just going off on Bowser Jr., just juggling him, having some fun, not really giving them a chance to get some damage down. They're able to get down in recover, try and do a little bit more, but using one of their own util against them to get some more damage out on Bowser Jr. The gap is only about 40% at the moment in Byleth's favor, and
growing.
Candy is doing their best to try and widen that gap. Bad plays with the shield and stuff like that, it's all good. It's no one's problem, especially not Candy's. Getting Bowser Jr. up into 123%, doing excellent so far anyway. Trying to grab their bomb again. Oh,
and taking out
finding
that
a
second
very
stock.
quick up tilt out on that Bowser Jr. and getting another stock off of him, making the score 6-7. It's incredibly close We're one stock away from being able to even the score with Neumont, and Candy still is playing full stock. At the moment, anyway, obviously. I can't call anything yet. Anything can change in the next few seconds. But they're still getting some really good damage down on Bowser Jr., not taking too much damage from their opponent, and just making sure to give themselves as much of an advantage in this fight and the overall match in general. Now, keep in mind, this is Game 2. It's incredibly close between Neumont and the Vandals here. So, yeah, with that very clean down tilt from the Bowser Jr., or maybe it was a side special. I couldn't see it. But what I was genuinely saying is that this is still Game 2. If the Vandals are able to take this back and finish off Neumont, that's game.
Yeah.
However, there's still a very good fighting chance for Neumont. You know, nothing is ever set in stone.
Especially, I mean, this is best out of 3. Even if Byleth is not able to overcome this challenge and Hunter isn't able to make it either, we still have another game.
Yeah.
It is up in the air, but I still favor the Vandals, and not just because I am a Vandal and I'm biased, but because I just know our players.
Yeah. And,
nice edge.
also, we have, like, another player. So
Exactly.
it's not entirely over, of course. But we're still seeing some good fighting from both teams here. Seeing Bowser Jr. dash around, try and look for some more opportunities to get damage. Trying to go for that bait flying off the edge sort of thing. Although they are playing at 142, playing very high up into that Crimson territory there. And only take... Oh!
With the spear jab, I believe.
What a perfect frame.
That was actually
amazing.
really nice to watch.
Anyways, scores 5-6 now.
Yeah, we are very close. We're going into both teams' third player. Byleth will be down a stock, giving the advantage to Neumont. However, they're probably going to be playing King Dedede. I mean, why would they play Piranha Plant right now? Especially when they have Hunter next. If Byleth loses, I mean, it would be the smart thing to play King Dedede and save Piranha Plant.
Now, no pressure, Candy. If you can hear me at all, I know you're over there. No
They
pressure.
can. I mean, Hunter's
But the
in chat.
score is 5-6.
It is extremely close.
It's incredibly close. And this next fight is going to determine whether or not Neumont is able to take the lead or if we're able to turn things around.
A side smash at ledge. That ended it.
Oh.
Thank you, Time Knight.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
You're more observant than we are.
Yeah. And, see, I'm obviously rooting for the Vandals here.
Oh, yeah.
But it would be nice to see Neumont take a point off us.
I'd actually rather not.
Obviously, you'd rather not, but I also like the competition. I like the tent. I know you want to get out of here, but I want more stuff to cast.
I actually enjoy this, yes. However, I like seeing the current level competitiveness that we have. I mean, they're currently winning. That's good enough for me. That's enough competition for me, okay? I like what we're seeing. Neumont has grown so much as a team, as players individually, and it's just wonderful to see.
Now, the other issue with this next fight, if they do, and I'm pretty sure they are going to bring up DDD next, is that Candy already beat DDD.
Yeah. But the thing is, Candy had the advantage the last time that he went up against DDD.
He had the advantage either way.
Oh,
it was a full stock fight.
It was a full stock fight. So, okay, this.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything, but I'm also not saying anything.
I was predicting that Byleth would win anyway, but King Dedede is a heavy character. Byleth is a mid character. Not that he's medium. I meant medium.
Like a medium weight character.
Exactly.
But he's also a heavy hitter. He's got a hard punch in him. He's got.
And while Dedede has. Util.
And DDD has some similar stuff with their util and their big ol' hammer and stuff like that. Lots of bombs.
Some distracting things, but Byleth can also counter those, just like they could with Bowser Jr., which gives some advantage to Byleth. Hollow Bastion. Wow. just making me happy today. Here we have Byleth going into the arena with,
Piranha. So this is good to know, though. This is the thing, because Neumont noticed that if they put DDD up now, they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Like that
But
won't
the thing
be
is,
good
DDD,
for their lead.
So if they defeat Byleth, their most... okay. DDD would not win against Falco.
No, he wouldn't win against Falco or Byleth. So, I mean, like, if Candy's able to take out Piranha Plant here, which, you know, who is a very, very good fighter, as we've seen in their previous matchups before, it's not really in Neumont's favor.
What is this other destruction Byleth is bringing upon Piranha Plant? What was that? That was almost like a straight 46% of no damage taken.
They were just like, hello, you're my punching bag now. Call this a training mode. We are in the lab once again. And hey, maybe that's what you need to do. Get that mental up. You're just labbing. You're practicing. This is some training and experimenting. But, you know,
that ledge guarding on both sides, though.
Yeah, oh, God. It is awful. Like, hell, Piranha's trying to ledge guard off the ledge. Like, that's just crazy. But, you know, we're still seeing some good damage get put out by both fighters here. The damage is relatively even, although the stock advantage obviously is still in Piranha's favor.
Ooh.
So Candy is going to have to get a bunch more damage out to try and finish off this stock to hopefully give them some kind of advantage later on in the fight or later on in the game. We still are not sure how things are going to turn out, although Piranha Plant is up at 101. Meanwhile, Candy's up at 102 and trying to find some more opportunities to get some damage out on them. Candy was going to go for that whip there, but Piranha was able to jump over it and get back onto the stage, showing
But
just
that combo,
oh god,
right at the ledge. Oh my gosh! And now he has the chance
that
to
A
prevent.
spam. I love that. I live for the A spam.
Nice recovery by Byleth.
Oh. You know what? That's fair. Like, they were just in a vulnerable area and too high up, but the stock trade is answered immediately.
Yeah,
that
was fast.
That is very good to ski. The score is still 4-5. Nothing is over yet. Candy is fighting for that advantage and really doing a good job looking for it, as, you know, they're up at 59 now, Piranha, I mean, and hasn't taken too much damage. Now starting to take a little bit from Piranha, but getting him off the stage, getting him pretty far off, not really able to do too much at the moment to, you know, kind of finish off that stock, especially because they're playing up at 85. It's too much of a dangerous game playing up on their last stock to try and just get some extra oomph out on Neumont. Now, keep in mind, Candy is on his last stock, playing at 80%. Meanwhile, Piranha is up at 117. So
on
this
stock,
yeah. So this stock for Piranha could end very, very soon. However, the fight for Candy could also end just as soon if they're not in proper positioning. As you see, you know, Piranha was able to use their up special. Oh,
that was not great to see. It was a smart play by Neumont.
Absolutely.
To
it was very
Piranha
close
Plant.
for both players on that stock, but
Hunter is up next.
that's true. So I'm very interested to see how this ends up going. We haven't seen an opportunity for Hunter and Piranha to play each other yet.
At least not this game. I don't remember if they went up against each other last game.
Because Hunter was out before Piranha, because Piranha was put up last.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And Hunter played for the first half. Candy played for the last. And, you know, Candy was really ready for that fight.
No, not last game. I meant last time we went up against Neumont.
Oh, you think I remember that was back in the beginning of the semester.
That's true. That's true. But, I mean, this upcoming, it is 3-5 right now. I'm not comfy.
I know you're not comfy.
I'm not comfy right now.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
It's okay. And see,
what
if
is
it's not
Hannonbow?
okay for Hunter.
What is Hannonbow?
I've never seen that in my entire life. I
Electro
have no
printed?
idea
What?
what that stage is.
Is this like a Wii? Oh.
What is that?
Is this a Wii thing?
Has
okay.
What?
I don't know what this is. So we're all in for a treat.
I don't think this is the actual pick. It's just here for right now, but
Oh, Time Knight wanted Candy to break the shield, but that unfortunately did not happen.
yeah.
the
It's
way
how
we
they
wanted
got
it
him
to.
before. that shield break that I missed to cast in the previous fight against Piranha Plant. What gave Candy a serious advantage, and they were able to do such good damage on them. It was very, very fun to watch.
Swan Lesson is the current song at the moment. I feel like we're trolling with our map picks right now.
That's like none of these are legal. I don't even think in like locals.
Oh, I just popped my back. Okay, moving on.
I'm just wondering where are we going from here? Mementos.
Just the Persona 5 map. It's fine. It's not going to cause any issues whatsoever. Totally legal.
How is this fair? Persona 5 get a map and Minecraft didn't. Raw. No, I don't.
I'd rather Persona 5 than Minecraft personally. But
the Joker was a DLC character, and so was Steve, which is why I mentioned it.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. But I mean, Steve is Steve, so I feel like him as a character is just...
That's enough. That's enough Minecraft for this game.
Let's be honest. He's kind of like a Piranha Plant, but Minecraft version, with all the util that he has.
Yeah. Sincerely, a Steve man.
So remember, if Falco wins, which I'm pretty sure he will, he still has to go up against King Dedede. So hopefully he keeps all 3 stocks throughout this, but he's against Piranha Plant, who is a very impressive player.
That is true.
And this could end up being something like 2-0, 1-0.
Now, see, I think Hunter knows that all he really needs to do in this fight is just pressure Piranha. Piranha is very much known for kind of not overextending, but definitely playing super, super aggressive, which is why their shield gets so low, which is why they find so many off-stage interactions with their opponent. They play a little too dodgy, which might be their downfall. But I'm not saying anything is set in stone, obviously. As I've said multiple times throughout the stream, like nothing is set in stone until the fight is over. So we're seeing Hunter get some good damage out on Piranha Plant, getting him up to 91 and going for a little bit of an off-stage fight, just trying to use those, I guess, up specials as much as they can to using their gun, too, to keep Piranha away. Now, that's the other thing that Hunter is able to do very well. That gun comes in pretty much clutch.
A nice
yikes.
move by Piranha Plant right there, perfectly timed. But you know what? Piranha Plant's at 136. It's not long before Falco will be able to answer the stock trade.
I'm sure it'll be soon. Just the issue, well, not the issue, but something that I know about their util is that that gun is able to, stun Piranha just for a little bit, just enough to keep them away, giving Hunter enough time to get in, get a couple shots in, get him up into the air, which is what they're so good at.
No.
Oh, going for that understage. Oh, God, that was ugly.
Falco fell for the bait there
That
and was
is,
not able to recover. We are now 1-5. This is not fun. I think we're going to have to go into a third game.
Yeah. They're able to find that one stock on Piranha, and since Hunter is still relatively low, it still could be very close. Now, keep in mind that the mental is still in Neumont's favor, as you know, Hunter's playing very high up into the damage percentage on their last stock and the last stock for the Vandals. So, they're just fighting to finish the game at this point. Hunter is just now being able to get in and get some more damage on Piranha Plant, but depending on how these next few interactions go, I don't know. This might be Neumont's game. Again, nothing set in stone, but you know.
I mean, look at the current score. Hunter is a great player, but this is a struggle. We've
finding
seen
a very trying to
beautiful.
Nice. They were able to
play.
get that very nice jump in back air, and then just while recovering, getting some extra damage out on Piranha Plant there. Finding a very quick hit as they recover back onto the stage, and trying to go for that offstage interaction, just trying to do their best to finish off once again. Woo!
Falco on their last stock takes out Piranha's And it is now 1-3. Falco.
All right.
Okay, let's be honest here. Falco has won multiple games before with only one stock left.
That
it
is true.
Possible for him to take out King Dedede.
The Hunter nerves do not exist. Figuratively, I'm sure Hunter is terrified right now, as anyone would be in this situation, fighting to take game 2. This is concerningly close. That is my issue. Will he choke? Will he choke? Will DD take out his? Will DDD take out his last stock, or will he be able to easily take off DDD's all 3 stocks and win the second game for the Vandals? I'm not sure, but it's absolutely terrifying to think about the results of this next match.
It really depends if King Dedede is able to lay on the damage fast enough, because he's a heavy hitter. He's such a heavy hitter. He does more damage percentage than Falco in one hit than any of Falco's moves.
Although Hunter still has the movement diff.
Yes, and
both like mechanically and just like default as a character.
Yeah. And also more, who do you think has more util, Dedede or Falco? Because, yeah, probably.
Falco has less util, but more effective util.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
Characters that have more util, their util isn't like as effective as a character with less util.
That's true. Yeah. Because the more you have, the more you can utilize.
Except Young Link.
Okay, let's not talk about Young Link. All right. Let's be honest. Young Link's a little broken.
Yeah. When we had RG in the lab for the Palouse Smash, that was
destruction.
Oh, God.
Oh, so it looks like we're confirming for Northern Cave as the next matchup, a Final Fantasy map, which I'm also in favor for. I definitely heard that. Fun mic stuff. Okay. We are at 1-3. It looks like, never mind. We're not going for the Final Fantasy one.
They're just changing the music.
Yeah, we're just having fun. Some more fun while we wait.
DK rap.
All right. Why not? It's not like we can hear it anyway.
Trying to relieve the nerves into this next matchup.
Oh, no, Minecraft did get a map. Anyway, we have a little bit of a fandom battle in chat. Just a little bit.
Gordo's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about G-Man.
And here we are selecting who we obviously know will be King Dedede unless they choose a different character. Which, I mean, that'd be interesting. Edges don't scare me.
Yeah.
I mean, this
We've
is going
seen
to
this
be
message
intense.
before, and then I went into a whole rant about what this meant for the game.
I
was like, this is really symbolic if you think about it.
Read Art of War recently?
No. I haven't. No.
And there's King Dedede, and we're heading into the match.
Yeah. They called out in support for Candy, and Hunter's on the stage right now.
It's great.
Yeah, our team is so coordinated.
Definitely. That's great. Taking out those 2 stocks before we head into the actual fight. With some showy shots at the end. Piece of cake. Love the emotes.
Oh, look at Hunter immediately going, get great damage out on DDD. Just, oh, God, just tease him off the edge. I absolutely love that.
Oh.
DDD using some of his util to get some extra damage out. But Hunter, oh, my, it's
what
just juggling. It's not wasting any time with this at all.
I mean,
using their shield as DDD tries to go for a swing, not taking any damage almost at all during this entire stock fight. Oh my, already getting DDD up to 131. It's already dangerous territory, and DDD still
hit by his
on
own
their
util.
first stock. Hunter is not playing around at all during this fight. Whoa! Oh! Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
And a
okay,
failed
buddy.
recovery.
Yeah, the score is 1-2 now. This is absolutely terrifying.
This is extremely stressful. I'm at the
But
edge
Hunter
of my
is
seat.
still absolutely going, and this is something that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the match. The issue is that this is something that Wayne actually pointed out to me himself. With those lighter characters, when you're fighting against a heavier opponent, the heavier opponent might be able to get some good hits out, but once the heavier character is in the air, they're just up there, you know, getting juggled for like a good minutes. and that's exactly what we saw with that first stock. Now, in this scenario, it is technically in DDD's favor. Obviously, they still have the stock advantage.
But
They have the damage advantage.
destruction.
They're trying to go for the ledge or the offstage fight here. Oh!
No!
Oh, that was a very good move from DDD there, but they were able to finish off Falco.
So we'll be going.
Unfortunate. However, that will be Neumont's first game, and we will be going into a game 3.
Yes, we will, and it's going to be intense. I mean,
going to be absolutely terrified the entire time.
This is one of the few times that we've actually been driven to this point. The last time was against the number 1 in regular season, the
SAI team.
SAIT.
Yeah, their other team.
Their other team.
They're a good team.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And ultimately we did lose that game. It was our single loss. But this is going to be great. Sorry.
Now we're just sitting around.
I cannot see who's up. If we've changed at all.
I'm going to temporarily remind everybody to drink water because my lips have been threateningly chapped all day. Like breaking.
That's not good.
No, not at all. I think it was that monster last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I did not drink enough water that day to compensate for that water or monster, and now I am suffering the consequences, but
yeah. And thank you, Ambipotent, for
now this
checking
time
in.
I'm actually very curious. Who are they going to put in first?
I
Who
mean,
are either team going to put in
going
first?
to set the tone for the rest of the match. As we saw last time, if we do, well, if Ken goes up against Shiny Shoes again as Mr. Game & Watch, it's going to end up the same way because Shiny Shoes is not nearly as practiced with Mr. Game & Watch as he is with Rosalina.
But, you know, we don't know yet. The issue is, once again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the last game, and I will say it here, I don't really know how to say things are going to go at the first fight. It's 12-12 once again. It's a fresh start for both teams. There's no saying what's going to happen, where things are going to go. We're kind of just waiting around and seeing what the odds and the stakes might be for this fight here. This first fight sets the tone for pretty much the rest of the game. And, you know, as we saw with Neumont, as we saw with ourselves, whoever is able to take this lead at first really has control over the majority of the match later on.
And as you said earlier in the stream, it's a completely different mindset. We've seen all that Neumont can put out, and Neumont has seen all that we can put out. It is now just who responds better, who can predict the next movement faster and more accurately, and that is what we're looking at right now. Who can do it better? And I'm hoping it's us, but we don't know. Looks like we might be going into PS2. And, I mean, we might not be. Who knows? After the first game, I have not been predicting these correctly. But, yes, we do want to go into finals. Time Knight has a prediction.
Yeah.
Yes, Ken is probably second or third.
He seems like their counter pick guy. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes.
But, I mean, as for first, we could go for Bowser Jr. again because he was placed second after Ken. But, I mean, they've seen how that works out.
We know. Ken is first.
Oh, all right.
Ken was first last game, so makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Setting the tone with Ken, we should probably put either Byleth.
Someone who's
or
going
Meta
to
Knight.
be more aggressive against Ken. Because the issue is that
Game & Watch
Actually,
did not has...
you know who actually is a decent... You weren't really mentioning it earlier, but Rosalina might actually be a good counter to Ken. The thing is that they're not as heavy as a hitter, but Rosalina doesn't have to play in as close as Ken does.
Yeah, but it's
which
at
is
just the
where
right
Ken
range.
plays at fault.
But
Rosalina is more of a mid-range player and able to keep Ken on their toes.
The mid-range isn't mid enough, though. It's not. Ken is a bigger character.
Yeah.
Okay, that means his close range is larger than the smaller characters. Because the fun thing with Smash is that they actually think about the size of each individual character. And Ken and Rosalina are rather large
Even though
avatar
Ganon
size.
does the same damage as King K. But
it's different.
Yeah.
So the ranges are all differing based on the size of the character and what they specialize in. So Ken's close range is different from Rosalina's close range, which can really impact how they play against each other. And I did not see who's up. Let's see.
It's Hunter
Falco.
and Ken.
Okay.
Once again. I remember how this fight went, and it was very unfortunate for
Bye, Ken.
Hunter, to say the least. But, hey, maybe we can see a redemption round from Hunter in this fight. We're already seeing some good damage out from him, already getting some good combos out. Ken hasn't really had too much time, too many opportunities to get in and do some good damage, and that's what I really love about watching Hunter play Falco, or really just anybody play Falco. He's such a fast and fun character to kind of watch and go and get some very good damage in almost no time at all. As we can see, we're not even a full minute into the fight, and Ken is already at 113. Meanwhile, Falco is playing at a comfortable 6.9. I'm still saying nice. And getting Ken up to 138. And just, it's just getting worse by the second. Now, Ken is able to get in, get some good damage on just a little bit, getting Hunter up to 29. Oh!
Following up that...
Okay!
Okay.
We see you, Hunter. We see you.
It is now 12-11 in favor of the Vandals. Beautiful.
That is pretty. That is pretty.
We like that.
I won't say beautiful anymore. I've said it too many times, but it is pretty, to say the least. But we're going into this next fight. Hunter is taking some more damage. It seems the fight in this situation is in Ken's favor, mostly just because of the damage gap here. You know, Ken has found a lot of opportunities that he missed during the first stock fight to get in and get some damage, which is really where he was falling short. They weren't able to get in fast enough, and Hunter was able to keep him at distance long enough to be able to connect most of his shots, most of his fights, take him up into the air and do additional damage, as we saw with that up special at the end of that first stock fight. Now, Hunter is also able to get Ken up to 8. Now, okay!
Now taking back the lead damage-wise.
Yeah.
Absolutely closing that gap and now widening it.
Oh, my God!
And then takes him off the edge and stealing another stock there. It is now 12-10.
He cannot be stopped. Okay.
Hunter's not playing around.
Oh, no, he is not. He is playing a little bit dangerous with his shield, letting Ken take a lot of his shield off before he's able to get in and engage. But he's still fighting really, really well. And, you know, even for playing at 129 damage, he is just not fazed by this at all. He hasn't let up for barely a second throughout this fight. And it's really just showing his power and his grit that he has with Falco under his arsenal. Now, okay, a fair fight from Ken there, getting those few up airs. Not up airs, but I think it was like up special or something like that, or an up smash. It's an up smash, I think. It was but, you know, taking out one of Hunter's stocks, it's all good. Scores 11-10, still in the Vandals' favor. Ken is, meanwhile, playing on his last stock.
Not anymore.
And now no more stocks, as Hunter quickly throws him up to the air, goes for that back air, and just...
Takes the win.
Takes the win.
We are now at 11-9 in the third game. As we said, this
I might have called that wrong. It might have been a side error. But still...
Oh, well.
We take that lead. We take those. 11-9.
We take the dub. But this, as we said earlier, the first match sets the tone for the rest. And while we will be going into the next fight with one stock short, It's Falco. It's Hunter. Okay.
Unless they put Piranha up next.
Unless they put Piranha up next, but that wouldn't be the best idea. They should try to whittle down Hunter a little bit more before trying to put Piranha Plant up there.
That is true. Yes,
I mean,
you're thinking strategically.
That would be the better plan, but who knows? Maybe they're not going to listen to me again. I don't know.
See, the issue is that if they put Piranha up this early,
then
it's over.
It's
over.
Falco wins against Piranha Plant.
Well, it's not even that if Falco wins against Piranha Plant. Falco is guaranteed going to be able to take stocks off of Piranha, and that is the guaranteed issue with this.
Because then we'd have 3 other players against their best. No.
Oh, it's over. It's over. Okay.
Neumont, no.
It's over. So production has informed me that Piranha is coming up next, and this is not gonna be very good for Neumont at all.
Okay, Neumont.
So
I'm sorry, that's not a good idea.
So the issue that I was just explaining with here is that with Piranha is their best fighter.
It is.
Piranha is their best fighter.
Our coach is the 97th best plant in the world. Oh! I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Angelo plays
Plant.
Piranha Plant, and
I forgot.
he is
97th best
in
is
the
something.
world. In the
world.
Not the nation, the world.
I wonder how they rank that.
I don't know, but I'm
How is
kind of
that
scared to
ranked?
find out. Okay.
This is
them placing a Piranha Plant against our best player when we're very close in stocks.
And
our coach knows Piranha Plant very well.
And the additional issue, though, is that if Piranha is their best player, and as we've seen in their previous games, Piranha is able to make a very good impact in the later games.
But it's not going to be enough.
But the issue is that putting him this early in the game, knowing you had 2 weaker players that are coming up, except for like Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. is okay.
Pretty good.
But knowing that you're going to have 2 kind of weaker players come up after this pick, getting Piranha out this early, which we know is guaranteed going to happen, is not going to be good for Neumont at all.
Especially when collectively our 3 other players, we have 3 more, are all very good.
So do they. But we are – wait, no, they have 2 more.
They have
after
2 more.
This.
It's 11-9.
They're going to put DDD up after Piranha.
Probably. No, I think that Bowser Jr. is going to go up next. Unless they've not been playing strategically.
I don't know anymore, man. They're just they don't know what's going on. They're just messing everything up. And
at least in our opinions, I mean, we don't professionally play at all. We just watch it weekly and watch regular brackets of this game and have seen multiple
it's not like
plays.
We like consume this game unhealthily or anything like that.
Anyway, we're on Final Destination.
Yeah.
And Falco has the advantage in damage, but that's quickly closing. But Piranha Plant still has that stock advantage.
But it's not really much for Hunter. You know, they're still getting some good damage out on Plant here. Getting them up to 89%, missing a few opportunities to get some damage out, and thus giving Piranha an opportunity to get some damage out on them. But they were able to use the reflector to stun them for a second, although not able to find anything out of it. It's still really close. You know, Plant using their spot dodge or air dodge to miss or make Hunter miss their up kick. Oh, but nope, they're still able to get it. Now, Hunter is still playing very high up into damage, so we know that Plant might take
another stock off, but
yeah.
I mean, at the moment we are even, and Falco's already bringing up that damage percentage. It's not much at the moment, but it's going to quickly raise, and he hasn't taken any damage since this new stock.
Oh yeah, he's just going, getting Piranha up to 53.
If this turns out in our favor, Neumont's done.
Yeah. Which I think it still will be, because even if Hunter loses this fight, we're still going to be able to take
we have
Plant
confirmed
off
wins.
very early.
Yeah.
So unless if they put Bowser Jr. up next, Anyways, Plant was able to take another stock off of Hunter, but Hunter, going for the understage fight there. Still in Hunter's favor, getting them up to 105. Just looking for an additional opportunity to get some more damage out. Unable to hit that up gun there, but still, just bringing some really heavy hits to the stage from both sides here, actually. Oh!
And taken
with
out.
the down tilt.
And there's not much of a damage difference at the moment. It's 35, and now it's practically, it's more than
even stocks across the board anyway.
And damage was quickly closed by Falco. It's insane how fast that happened. I mean, wow. This is, it depends how fast that Piranha Plant is able to rack up damage.
Oh, there
Falco.
it is.
Oh.
That classic grab, toss, and up air that we keep seeing from Hunter. They haven't been able to hit it successfully too many times during this fight, and with Piranha getting that up air at the end of the fight, the score goes 9-7. But the issue is that Plant or Neumont is on their last stock for this area. Anyway, Plant is on their last stock. They will be going into this next fight, who I believe that we will be putting up
Meta Knight probably.
Asda, yeah, for this fight. They're going in very much at a disadvantage.
I almost wish they were listening to us.
I
wish they were watching our stream right now, so that I could be like, no, you shouldn't have done that.
Guys, this is not going to end well. I know Plant's been able to take off stocks, but if you're only countering one player, you got to think about the other 3 players they're about to go against.
Yeah, and all of them have proven to be able to beat your other players. That's
I was not expecting that.
Candy? That is smart, actually.
That's true, because Candy's our Piranha counter.
Yeah,
and if they're
Angelo,
and either way, if they put DDD or Bowser Jr. up after this fight,
has won against them.
Yeah, both of them.
And Asda probably wouldn't have been the best pick there because he's a smaller character as well, and it would be kind of an even match against Piranha Plant rather than what?
Was just checking. No.
Yeah, rather than Meta Knight. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I got distracted by what was going on over here.
Yeah.
But Byleth is a heavier hitter, and while he's not as fast as Meta Knight, he's still fast. While he is not as mobile as Meta Knight, he's still mobile. And he has slightly more util with 3 different modes of attack. His chain whip, I think it turns into a spear as well on certain moves.
I don't remember.
His sword, his bow, so make that possibly 4. And Piranha Plant has a lot of util, and as you pointed out earlier, the more util you have, the less effective the util is.
Overall, yeah.
Overall. And Byleth has been watching this Piranha Plant. He's gone against this Piranha Plant. He knows how he plays, and this Piranha Plant is on his last stock. It's not going to end well for Piranha Plant or for Neumont. And then we're going to go into comparatively easier matches.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not very confident in Plant here. I'll just say that. No shade to Neumont, no shade to the Plant player. You're a very good player. You've definitely proven yourself against our Vandals here. It's just this is
the
not
strategy
the matchup.
has not been working out for you.
You threw your best players on first.
Yeah. I think Bowser Jr. should be coming in next.
Maybe. Let's hope they do.
I mean, they haven't been listening.
I mean, Bowser Jr. is their strongest character, so saving him up for last could be the move, but we're not sure. Now, the damage is still relatively even across the board here. Byleth just flipping over that poison cloud there and almost tossing Plant off of the stage, doing that spin throw once again. And wow, yeah, hitting them with the up special as they try to recover.
I have to say, Piranha Plant's ledge guarding tactic of placing the poison cloud right on the ledge is really effective, and that's kind of what did
it still does like a decent amount of damage, and as they try to go through the cloud, they place that spike ball down, which the player runs into. They're not really able to avoid it, and thus it does like a decent amount of damage. It's a good combo.
Yeah, it's extremely effective, but it's not effective enough to really challenge some of our players. But I mean, by lifted.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, buddy.
I mean, I guess I'm proven wrong. But overall.
But Plant is up at 105 now, fighting on their last stock still. It might not be too good if they're not able to get in fast enough to do more damage on Candy during this stock. They're able to get them up to 30%, but as they're trying to recover, and they're able to just hit him with a pretty easy, I don't know, probably like a...
Ooh,
oh, that would have been up special. Yeah, I'm figuring out things as I go along. But now Plant is up at 128, and meanwhile, Candy is still playing at 37, taking some additional damage from that Poison Cloud and using their Ace Band to just get them off of the stage there, not wasting any time at all, but still getting pushed into a corner by Plant there, getting thrown off the or throwing Plant off the stage, getting them up to 167. They're incredibly vulnerable. Just hell, a sneeze, let alone a breath, could take them out just like that. Oh, never mind. Nope.
That crit was not able to take out Piranha
Now,
Plant.
I don't know how. I don't know how, but it didn't.
Very lucky there. Though there are some moves that characters have that just don't, even if you get a crit, you just don't take out the player whatsoever.
Well, even then, that wasn't like a player crit animation. That was like a crit animation. It's not just some Falco kick or Falco punch kind of thing. I don't know.
You mean Falcon?
It sounds like Falco, you know? Yeah, it says Falco. It says Falco punch.
Isn't Captain
Oh, it's Captain Falcon. Nothing makes sense.
Falcon. You know what? Moving on. We're back to ledge guarding. 227%.
I don't know how they're not dead, but Piranha play. Oh!
And there we go. Okay.
All right. Incredibly well played from Candy there.
Yeah, that was intense. And we will be
oh my god, my lip still hurts.
We will be going into the next matchup with only 2 stocks once again. But you know what? As we have been stating rather frequently, it's not going to be as much of a challenge because they threw out their best player. They did. That was
now I'm waiting for Wayne to come over here and disappoint me with whoever they're putting up next.
It's going to be Bowser Jr. Or
if they keep playing like they're playing like this, they're gonna put Bowser Jr. up next, guaranteed.
I know. They're gonna put DDD last.
Wait.
We have information.
Yeah.
No! Neumont, no!
Okay. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
That's not fine, though.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong.
Haven't they figured out that the strategy isn't working? Haven't they figured that out yet?
Let's just put up all of our best players and let's just see what happens. No. It's not the happen is not happening. The score is 8-6 right now in the Vandals' favor. It's concerning that this is the their previous strategies worked. The lineup that they used for the previous round
was great.
That was perfect. Obviously, I mean, we lost that game.
It was perfect for them.
It was perfect for them. Like, it was literally like, that's exactly the order that you want to do it in. But now they're like, we're gonna
throw that away.
Dunk on them.
We're gonna throw the winning strategy away. We just threw it away. Great.
And maybe they're choking because it's high tense. It's game 3. Things are getting scary. Obviously, it's single elimination. Whoever loses this game, literally, actually, this is a tiebreaker match. Whoever loses this game gets thrown out
of the
tournament, and the winner will be progressing on to the finals. Now, that is what is concerning for both teams here. Even though it's still in the Vandals' favor, anything could happen. Bowser could pull something out of his booty and absolutely dominate, but I don't know.
The other NSL match, how that ended, if it's ended yet, because we could see who we're more than likely going up against next week.
Why are you just work with me here, please?
But yeah, that was not the best idea, and it's not a good idea to put Bowser Jr. in there, but don't listen to us. We're just shoutcasters. We don't know what we're doing, apparently. We haven't watched this game regularly.
No, I mean, I guess if it's their coach that's telling them to do all this.
If the coach decides that this is the best course of action, then I shall not argue further than that. Though I will think it.
Yeah.
But so should Byleth not come out on top in this next match, I believe we'll be putting up. Actually, I don't know because of the. Based on Hollow Bastion again, but based on if Shiny Shoes keeps playing Mr. Game & Watch, then we're probably going to put Mr. Shiny Shoes next. But if not, then I think we're going to put Meta Knight next. But anyway, it's 8-6. Oh, they changed.
Another BJ skin.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I can't say that. Another Bowser Jr. skin. I'm sorry. It's playoffs. They're playing against Neumont. Playoffs.
So I shall be doing play-by-play. I apologize for how bad this is.
I figure this out.
Nice immediate aggression from both sides, but Byleth is able to take most of the deal most of the heavy damage, getting them into the air. Here we are just sending Morton. Anyway, Morton is off the edge. He's able to recover, but Byleth is quick to ledge guard fast enough and not letting up on it. And Morton is finally able to get back on stage. Byleth racked up that damage up to 120%. Byleth still staying rather comfortably at 42. Just not letting that util really get to him. Heavy hitting, just lots of movement all over the stage.
Oh.
Lots of things that we saw from the first time that Byleth went against Bowser Jr. And what's the results? So, what?
I don't know. What is the result? No. Oh, you were asking me about this?
Yeah.
So Redlands forfeited.
Oh.
Against the other SAIT team.
Oh, so both were up here.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, that might explain some things.
Yeah. Anyways, we're fighting them right now, and Redlands won via forfeit. So.
Wait, Redlands won? I thought Redlands.
I mean, SAIT won.
Okay.
Via forfeit. So whoever wins this
goes up
against SAIT.
Who I'm guessing that's the team that was first rather than the team that. Okay, and by the way, the stock count is currently 7-5 total. 1 for Byleth, 2 for Morton, and Byleth is quickly closing that damage gap.
Yeah, things are happening. I'm getting back into the Smash Zone. Apologies, chat. Anyways, Byleth is still dancing around, but I still can't say that.
Morton.
I don't know why I keep saying that. But Morton is actually getting some pretty good damage out. Using their util to the best of their ability, getting some more damage out on Candy, getting them up to 103. It's not looking too good for Byleth here, even though we still have the overall stock advantage. So we have, finding that really nice side special and finishing off Candy to set the score 6-5. Now, we still do have 2 players left.
Mm-hmm. And they're on their third player. Mm-hmm. We're going into our third player. We're probably, I'd say we're probably going to be putting up not Asda, but Shiny Shoes.
Yeah, I could see it.
I could be getting this one wrong, though, because it's up in the air. Either one would be fine. But I think Asda, if he sorry, not Asda. If Shiny Shoes plays Rosalina.
It's Shiny.
Yeah, it's Shiny?
Is Shiny playing Game & Watch again?
Please don't. Oh, sorry.
So mean. Yeah. Okay. What we learned earlier is that they're experimenting with a new net play main. So
for online, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's good for him to get this practice, but I'd rather not lose.
But you know what? If you remember from the fight, he was able to get some really good damage out on their opponent.
And he was against Ken, not Bowser Jr.
Yeah, which was a huge part of the issue, let's be real.
But
But at this point, when you're playing as a bit of a more medium weight character, as you're playing against a more medium weight character who's a little bit faster than you, but still, it's like no match. Game & Watch's util is, it may not, he has a lot of util and may not seem very powerful, but this is, I guess, one of the exceptions where a character with more util is actually very powerful.
That's because he pretty much only has util.
That's true.
He doesn't have anything else.
That's true. Yeah.
But he's also a little slower than Bowser Jr., as you pointed out.
That's true.
And that could definitely change how this goes, because if Bowser Jr. starts getting those combos, getting util, getting him up in the air, then that could really change the tone of the fight. What? Okay. But, you know... Oh, we're still in Hollow Bastion? That's great.
No, we haven't choosed yet.
Sorry.
Chose.
I did not. That just
Tomato,
came out.
tomato.
Are you from Idaho or am I?
Chosen.
No, it was the...
I'm not a part
I
of
might
this.
get into a... That's what he was using!
Still wrong.
Getting an argument with production.
Isn't
I will,
chosen also past tense?
Yes, but it's in a different terminology. Yeah. Different syntax.
I don't read.
That's okay. Morton against Game & Watch. 2 stocks for Morton, and we are 6-5 in total. Sorry for our little rant.
Yeah. But, yeah, here we're back on stage with Morton at 2 stocks and Mr. Game & Watch at full stocks. We have Shiny on the stage once more, here to make a redemption after his loss against Ken. I'm sure it will go much better, as obviously the matchup is a lot more balanced now. Maybe even in Game & Watch's favor, but only time will tell. They are able to get in, get a bit of damage on Morton there. Doing a pretty good job trying to lay some good hits out when they can. The issue is that Bowser Jr. is just a tiny bit faster, which, you know, I didn't expect to be an issue, but you know what, Amelia, you did call it. You did see it pretty well. And that's kind of what we're seeing here, even though Morton has that 33% diff. Oh, wait, you know what? This isn't Shiny's favor. At least so far. Shiny is definitely going strong. The
now
issue... Yeah,
because
they
he was
haven't
able to
landed that aerial quite yet. I'm not too familiar with Game & Watch's util yet. But, oh, yeah, see, continuing to land more and more of those shots. Still missing those aerials to try and go for that up smash, but it's still fine. Getting Morton up to 119, still playing at a comfy 57 on all full stocks. It is definitely in Shiny's court right now. And they are immediately able to take advantage of that opportunity, take it out Morton's second stock, leaving him on his last, leaving the score 6-4. You know, Candy is still playing on all full stocks and is nowhere near the damage percentage where they need to be for Morton to actually be able to take them out. Never mind.
But honestly,
they got to 81.
That is slightly beneficial for Game & Watch, because he's able to start out at 0 once again while still stock ahead. And honestly, I could see Shiny Shoes making it out of this one.
Absolutely.
Fairly easy.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, the score is still really close. We saw this during our fight against Neumont, or I guess last game, where, you know, the score was barely just a point away and we were fighting for that control. We were unfortunately able to get it, but right now the ball is in the Vandals' court with Morton playing on their final stock. And Game & Watch trying their best to, not lose a second stock and make it even. You know, Morton is playing at 51. Meanwhile, Game & Watch is playing at 105, and it's just, it's not looking good for him right now. They were able to find that very good side special while Bowser Jr. was recovering. So they're trying to get some more damage out, although Bowser Jr. is able to get that spin throw, get them off the map for a minute, get them with some of their util. It not really giving them an opportunity to get back on the stage at the moment, but Game & Watch is able to use some of their util to get some more damage out on Morton. It's incredibly close, really. Never mind. But you know what? Morton
Both
is
on
playing
last
on their
stock.
last stock and very, very quickly able to answer that stock trade and even out the score 4-3 against Neumont in the Vandals' favor. But nothing is set in stone. It's really still anyone's game because DDD has been known to really easily take out stocks like this. So if they're able, if Game & Watch is able to take a stock out on DDD
That gives us the
before
advantage.
getting knocked out, that will give us an advantage later on. Maybe even two. Maybe I'm reaching just a little bit.
And
but
take out all 3? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice. Shiny
But
shoes, we'd like to see that.
that
Please do that.
but I you know, it's still really intense. It still really could be either team's game. And remember, I've said it before multiple times throughout the stream, but it's single elim. Whoever loses this match will be out of the playoffs and going against SAIT.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that chat has been keeping a tally of 11 up B out of shield. So that means that might be a pattern, and I believe we have seen that in the other matches with the other players. So this could be a pattern that's been practiced with them.
I think it's Bowser Jr.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they were talking about Bowser Jr. Yeah?
they were talking about Bowser Jr.
Okay,
because
that's what I
that was pertaining to this fight, but we've noticed that it's also been happening with the other players. They also do this, which is it's a tactic.
Yeah.
It's just another attack, but doing it so frequently can set a pattern which can be learned and then countered. Hopefully, if, you know, our team can hear us, they probably can't. And
it was Game & Watch. Oh. It was just his best option 9 times out of 10.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Then what was I thinking of?
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking of either.
You know, you guys proved me wrong. Thank you. Bowser Jr. was very spammy. That's production.
All right, DDD is up on the stage pretty soon. I think they're taking another timeout, if I heard Angelo correctly talking over there. Kind of just sitting over here, waiting to do whatever.
Because they like messing with the maps while waiting.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw a cat. Again.
It's much later than I expected it to be at this moment.
Yeah?
Yeah. We were up very late last night too.
That we were.
Yeah, for that game went into 10:45 p.m. It was worth it for the win. 13-7 win against University of Alaska Fairbanks, but
That was an intense Valorant match. You guys should definitely check. Oh wait.
UAF stream.
Yeah, except for
You
like
can
half of it's gone.
Well, no, UAF streamed the entire thing.
Oh yeah, go to UAF stream. It was
Yeah.
a really great match, and honestly, support their stream too because it was.
Yeah, we like
great.
supporting our fellow esports organizations here. Now we have Game & Watch and DDD on the stage here.
Advantage for the Vandals, but stock advantage for D2D in this instance.
Absolutely. Maybe I'm hoping that we get to see some more silly, shiny content.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Here we already have some util going around.
Oh my God. Look at that. Look at him go. Game & Watch is a very fun character to just see in combat. And
there's that air.
Because like all of his util is so well animated in the way that it does so much damage when you least expect it. It's just really entertaining to watch. Now Game & Watch is still getting some very good damage out on DDD. DDD finding their first hit and using that cloud aerial to just juggle DDD once again.
Ooh.
Like, this is the kind of content I was
Racking
looking
up
for
that damage.
against DDD here. Racking up more and more damage on their first stock. Haven't really taken too much damage during this fight. And just waiting for the perfect opportunity to get them out and into the blast zone. Taking off another one of their stocks to try and put things more into our advantage. Yeah, that it almost took out their shield, which would not have been very good for Shiny here, but they're still holding up a pretty good fight. Oh, wow, fighting with that really good dodge, not dodge, dive. That was what I was looking for.
Almost taking out that stock.
And there's one con with fighting those heavier characters is even when you get a crit animation, you think they're at a high enough damage percentage to, oh yeah, knock him out. Sometimes they'll just recover, but that time it did not connect. You know, oh!
Like that,
yeah.
but in reverse.
Oh, get him!
What?
Get him! Oh, I'm not even properly commentating anymore.
Okay.
But DDD
that
was
great.
able to finish off Game & Watch, but we were able to get a stock off of DDD, meaning
Meta Knight's
Meta
going
Knight
against DDD, which
is
we have seen 3 times now.
3
I mean,
times.
this will be the 3rd time, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And how has it turned out each time?
If I recall correctly, not very good for DDD.
Yeah. What have we told you, Neumont? I'm sorry. This is a very
This
close
was your
game.
fault. Like we told you. Like I told you that not only was putting your best character up first a terrible idea, but then you put your second best player up next.
Yeah,
you got out your stronger players earlier on in the matchup. Like I don't want to be rude to you guys, but also
it is a very close match. We will admit that. This is extremely close and honestly really intense. You guys are putting
DDD was their strongest last time, really. So it's nice to see some improvements from some of their characters, although
this has proven that it's not the case in this fight.
Yeah, no, not at all.
We've proven that time and time again that Piranha Plant was their best.
Yeah.
That Junior was their second best. You have to take it in the context of not just overall who is your best player. It's against each individual team because everybody has their different strengths and weaknesses.
Absolutely.
And DDD is not fit to go up against our team. He has gotten some wins, but he's not the best on their team against us.
Yeah.
And by placing him last in this match, it may have cost them the tournament.
Oh, I didn't realize. I've been blindly glancing at chat, but I realized that Fish Ahi is in the chat right now. Hello, Fish. Welcome to the stream. Well, not really belated welcome. 2 hours. That's great.
Yeah, just slightly belated. And
but hi, Fish. Welcome.
Not
Glad
to be
you're here with
antagonistic.
us.
I'm not trying to be antagonistic. I'm just saying that wasn't smart. And against Meta Knight, DDD is not going to stand a chance.
Yeah.
Not really. He's going to probably get a few, maybe
They
a
put
stock.
on Meta Knight's revenge as they went on the finals destination. I absolutely
If that's not
love that.
symbolic, I don't know what is.
I don't know. I don't know.
We got some cheers.
I've got a
in
lot of faith.
lab.
Lot of faith in both players here. Obviously more in Jack out of bias, but you know how things are.
Yep. And here we're going into the last match. It's 3-2. And these are the last fights for both teams.
Now Meta kind of just stood there for a second, allowing DDD to grab and get a couple good hits in already. They were trying to go for that side or that back, but not really landing that shot, really, which was kind of unfortunate, but you know how things are sometimes. Damage war is being won by DDD currently, getting them up to 57%, meanwhile playing at a nice 33%, even though they're on their second stock. I feel like that's where a lot of the pressure comes in. And this is the last game. Last round, last fight for Game 3. The final tiebreaker to decide who is going to be advancing on in this bracket. So far, it looks like DDD. Oh, no. Well, I mean, man, Az is getting some very good hits in. Trying to go for those offstage fights being. Oh! going for that teleport once again. An absolutely brutal move that we've seen from Asda time and time again. To see like where the damage is right now, it is no surprise that that is where we're standing. It's going to take a little bit more,
And
like
taking
that
out that
offstage
second
fight
stock.
right there to take off DDD's second stock. We're fighting just a little bit harder now.
Stock
DDD
trade
is
answer.
able to answer that stock trade. However, the stock advantage is still in Asda's favor, playing with 2 stocks as opposed to DDD's single, and just going in, getting some great damage off the bat in this stock, getting him up to 50 now. 54! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That was insane. Okay, let's just talk about what just happened right there. Taking it to an offstage battle. Meta Knight did not let a single bit of damage land on him as he takes out DDD's last stock right after a stock exchange. That was insane.
What the hell? Whoa my god!
When we say Meta Knight was
Oh my god.
legendary, that was amazing. Oh wow, I loved that. Was
Immediately I was like, oh my god, he's just going, and it's not stopping, and it's not, and he's just going,
yeah.
and he's just not.
So let's just say what production wants us to do and clip that, please. That was beautiful, and we're going to have an interview soon with Jack.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get more water because I just threw my voice out
Yeah.
screaming.
I can take care of the interview. Yeah. So we'll be soon having that interview as we calm down from that immense excitement. Thank you for joining us for that. And please, I don't know when Jack's coming over, but wow. That was insane. Yeah, so we will be going into finals. We'll be going up against SAIT. They're the team that took #1 and the only team we lost to in the regular season. Insanity. All right, here we have Jack, Asda, the Meta Knight that took the win. Hello.
Hello.
Here you go. Oh, I think that was unpleasant for all of us. I dragged the mic against the table. Sorry, chat. How was this entire matchup for you?
This whole crew battle was really intense because this was our make or break to get in grand finals. So we had to give it our all. We had to show what we can do with all of our good players. Everybody showed up and played really well tonight. It was really great.
Very intense. It was beautiful play by all of the players. I mean, everyone showed their best skills, and I couldn't be happier. Genuinely, that was amazing to watch. It didn't have to be one of your fights, but which was your favorite battle? Or at least in the last game. Let's concentrate it down to the last game.
I think my favorite fight was between Candy and their Ken player, I believe.
Oh,
that really went well. Like they were going back and forth all the time. Like that Ken player did really well against me, so watching that is even more stressful.
Wow. And as a final question, what do you think will be happening in grand finals? How do you I mean,
That's a great
last
question.
time you guys lost against SAIT is very close, but do you guys think you can take it for the win this time?
Either way, we're gonna give it our best shot. It's too early to tell right now, but we as a team are steadily improving. All 5 of us. I've seen great improvement in everybody, and I'm just excited that we're here. You know.
And we're excited to watch you guys and follow you on this journey to grand finals. So thank you. And you guys have a good night.